you in the word where Israel became God's bride. The church is Jesus' bride, Yeshua's bride, Yahshua's bride. This is Exodus 19, and again, 19, the number of finality. It became final in this verse, in this chapter rather, where God became the bridegroom of Israel, and out of that union came, through spiritual faith union, came the 12 tribes of Jacob. Let's go back and check this out. Okay, now, again, all of these start with an and. Verse 8 is and. So God is talking, okay? And he's talking to the children of Israel. I want to give you some perspective, okay? This is a dangerous identification for folks to be taken up onto themselves because of what Israel and who Israel was, okay? Now, verse 6 says this, "And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel." He's talking to who? Moses. Go tell them this. And Moses came for the elders of the people and laid before them their face of all the words which the Lord commanded. Moses got the word from the Most High. He would then in turn, he was the Jesus type. Abraham, Jesus type. Typology. There was always a go-between, because if not, what did God say? It repented him. He even made mankind. Okay? So there's always had to be a go-between. Okay, so now, go to the people of Israel and tell them this. And Moses called up all the elders of the people and laid before their face all the words that God had just told him. And all the people answered together and said, "All that the Lord has spoken, we will do." That's what y'all say a lot. Matter of fact, that's what we all say and then when you get off to doing your thing and you get calloused up, you start getting away from God and you start backsliding and oh God, if you just do this one thing, I won't ever. It's just a repeat cycle. And all the people answered together and said, "All that the Lord has spoken, we will do." And Moses returned the words of the people unto the Lord. Now this is the part that about the Bible, certain little situations like this. We know God heard them already. But Moses is the intercessor, and he must go back and report. And the Lord said unto Moses, "Lo, I come unto you in a thick cloud, that the people may hear when I speak with you." Okay, forget all that you know right now and put yourself back there. You see Moses. God said, what did he say? He said unto Moses, "Lo, I will come unto you in a thick cloud." You see a man standing before a cloud and the cloud is on the ground and he rapping with the cloud. He talking to the cloud. And you hear voices coming out of the cloud. Okay? Would your entire lower intestines leave your body? And the voices that you hear from this cloud ain't earthly. That the people may hear when I speak to you and believe you forever. And Moses told the words of the people unto the Lord. And the Lord said unto Moses, "Go unto the people and sanctify them today and tomorrow." That sounds more like them two situations, them 2 days, them 2 months. Like that's the hour for them. "Let them wash their clothes." Why? Because they're dirty. They have to be, you got to be clean when you come when you come before the Lord. And be ready against the third day. For the third day the Lord will come down in the sight of the people upon Mount Sinai. They named hospitals after Sinai here in Detroit, and they're some of the most terrible hospitals. Gee whiz. This is the marriage between the Most High and the children of Israel. Okay? Tell them to be ready. Look at verse 11. What's 11 again? Chaos, disorder. But today, in this verse, it's judgment. The judgment is this: be ready against the third day. For the third day, not only did he raise Christ on the third day, that third day is very important. He says, for the third day I will come down in the sight of all the people upon Mount Sinai. Verse 12. And you, Moses, shall set bounds around the mountain unto the people round about it, saying, take heed to yourself that you do not go unto the mount or touch the border of it. Whosoever touches the mount shall surely be put to death. You couldn't go into the Ark of the Covenant unless you was right. If you was a rabbi that wasn't right, what they did was tie bells and whistles and a rope around you. And if they didn't hear them bells cling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling around in there while you were walking around and praying, they knew God killed you because you wasn't right. And then they would pull you up out of there with that rope. That's why we need the mercy and grace and mercy. Okay? Take heed to yourselves. Do not go to this portion, or you will die. You will be unalived. That's how we say it today. Verse 13, their rebellion, there shall not a hand touch it. Okay? 13 is rebellion. This is what's happening. If you So what they're saying is, don't put yourself in rebellion, saying there shall not be a hand that touch it, but he shall surely be stoned. Again, 13. If you rebel against that, you will be put to death. Verse 11, that show chaos, disorder, and judgment. Okay? Or shot through. You could be stoned, shot with an arrow. It shall not live. Beast or man. When the trumpet sounds long, they shall come up to the mount. Typology. Oh my goodness. When the trumpet sounds for the church, we shall go up to the mount, the third heaven. Typology here. When you hear the long blast of the shofar, the trumpet, then they can come up to the mount. When they come up to the mount, folks, look at verse 14. It says, verse 14 is salvation. Watch this. Look at Moses at verse 14. Moses went down from the mount unto the people and sanctified the people, and they washed their clothes. Salvation. Jesus washes our garment clothes, and they are made. What happens when you wash them? They become white and clean. Salvation. Today, you find salvation in this union between God and Israel. And he said unto the people, be ready against the third day. Come not at your wives. Okay? He says, again, let's do that again. He said unto the people, be ready against the third day. Come not at your wives. And it came to pass on the third day in the morning that there were thunders and lightnings and a thick cloud upon the mount. And the voice of the trumpet. Why is God's voice always sounds like it's being mentioned as a trumpet? Every testator says God's voice is either as rushing waters or a trumpet. Okay? And I heard a voice of the trumpet exceedingly loud, so that all the people that was in the camp trembled. I would too. I'm sorry. I just told you. Your whole insides is going to leave you uncontrolled. That is something that you've never seen on earth. You need to be sanctified. But in order for this marriage to happen, this is a union between God and Israel. And Moses brought forth the people out of the camp to meet God. Moses was the Jesus type then, and so is Jesus with us when we meet God in the air through Christ. That's the only way to get to the throne. Moses brought the people. They heard, sanctification is going on. Okay, Moses brought the people out of the camp to meet with God. And they stood at the nether part of the mount. And Mount Sinai was altogether on a smoke, because the Lord descended upon it in fire. Descended upon it in fire. And the smoke thereof ascended as the smoke of the furnace of the whole mount quaked greatly. Woo! I can imagine everybody. You would be, I would be. I don't care how big, bad, tough you is. When the Lord moves, okay? When the voice of the trumpet sounded long, and wax, and it went on for it says wax means it was a long time, louder and louder. And Moses spake, and God answered him by a voice. And the Lord came down upon Mount Sinai on top of the mount, and the Lord called Moses up to the top of the mount, and Moses went up. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go down, charge the people, lest they break through unto the Lord to gaze, and many of them perish. I know they want to see me, but you need to get down there and tell them, back up, boss. Look at back. Y'all back up now. That's too far. His glory is going to kill you. His glory alone is going to kill you. And let the priests also which come near to the Lord sanctify themselves, lest the Lord break forth upon them. Whew. And Moses said unto the Lord, The people cannot come up to Mount Sinai, for thou chargest us, saying, Set bounds about the mount and sanctify it. And the Lord said unto them, Away. How much time I got left? Okay, I am in 12 minutes. Okay. And the Lord said unto them, Get thee down. Go down there, Doc. And thou shalt come up, you and Aaron, with you. But let not the priest and the people break through to come up to the Lord, unless he break on them. Lord, have mercy. Whew. So Moses went down unto the people and spake to them. Oh my goodness. I got to finish this little bit. Exodus 20. And God said unto all these words, this is the marriage. I am the Lord your God, which have brought you up out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. And you shall have no other gods before me. If you marry me, you ain't got no boyfriend. You ain't supposed to. Because these were the terms idolatry and adultery, fornication. It wasn't with man, with woman. It was with God's people on him, fornicating and cheating and doing all this. Those laws from the marriage with God and Christ also apply here, but they first came from the marriage of Israel and God. Those were the laws, and these are the wedding vows. But we all know that Israel broke a lot of these wedding vows. These is what you shall not do. You shall not worship other gods before me. You shall not make unto you graven images, any likeness, anything likeness that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down yourself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord, your God, am a jealous God. Okay? Elkanah, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. I'm going to stop right there. Okay? Because what I'm trying to show you from Exodus 19 and 20, Mount Sinai, Moses, the children of Israel, that was God's bride, not Christ's bride. They rejected Christ when he came. That opened up the books for us. The bride of Christ, the 7 lamps of fire, the 7 churches. That's us. If you be calling yourself a Hebrew Israelite, folks, I'm going to say this in love and kindness. This is the reason why Holy Spirit never had me lean into that. Those calling themselves Hebrew Israelites. Hebrew is not a people. I had to correct somebody earlier. Hebrew is a language. Jews, okay? Israel, it's a people. Arabic is not a people. It's a language. The people are Muslim. I would not want to connect myself to Israel. We're supposed to pray for them. But for the woman, they're not going into heaven, folks. It was taken from them because of unbelief. This is the bride, not the bride of Christ. This is the bride that must endure to the end to be saved at the end of tribulation. Even though I showed y'all earlier in the verse where God is going to protect them in their bride chamber in the wilderness of Judea. But they don't get to enter in. Jesus told them face to face, you will no wise enter into the kingdom of heaven. But if they make it to the end, in that pocket in the wilderness that God is going to protect them, they will get to see the new Jerusalem, but they won't get to ascend up. Okay? I just want to bring that message out here. We're going to continue to dig in these verses and continue to chew them up, chop them up, cut them up. And we're going to pour some Holy Ghost gravy over it, and we're going to sit here and sop. Because education, if you can't get this, it is the reason why people want to tag God's bride, which is the woman, want to tag her responsibilities to the spiritual church. And neither one of them belong to each other. Okay? So I'll be back on later on. Enjoy the video, folks. I will be producing more of these. Time is getting short. Got to get educated in the brain. Peace.